All right, so today is day 9. What did I do? Oh yeah, I caulked all the windows super hard, super messy, pain in the ass. Needs to be done. I'm tired now. It sucked badly. And that's being nice. These were my main focus at first, but when I took them out, I realized that the caulking, the original caulking that was in there, was just like dry rotted. So once I took one out and saw that, I had to take them all out. So as you can see, all these pieces are still out. I'm not gonna put those back in because that's where the stud's gonna go. So they're all still out. Yeah, the floor is wet again with more primer. I re-primed it. I had like a half a gallon left, so I went over it again after I did all that Bondo and silicone and all that. So the floor is now sealed 100%, primed 100%, and 100% less of a pain in the ass than it was yesterday. I have so much paint and primer on this floor. I mean, it's literally like shiny. Like, look at this. Those are just paint scrapings from the windows. When I was repainting edges of windows, I chipped paint off and scraped it off to get at the bare metal, so I can just broom that up. But yeah, as you can see, I took all the caulking out, so it's down to the straight welds along the bottom of the floor. Then I used Seal all over the hole on all the seams of the floor after I had already painted it. So obviously I regrounded the edge down and then wire brushed it down to bare metal so I can get at all that seam. And I don't know, something was just bothering me. Rust is a major problem. I mean, that shit will come back and haunt you. So anytime I see rust, I've like, I don't know, I kind of like do things like 3 times, and sometimes I even paint over it and then just grind the paint off and start again, just because just don't do that. If you have rust, just take unless you're not OCD like me. I'm OCD, so things like rust, I mean, if I try to shortcut it and do it the wrong way, I'm just gonna end up ripping it up. It just bothers me too much. So this was one of those scenarios where I did it 90% right the first time, but then I got ahead of myself and started painting. And I tried to leave the bare area that I wanted to get, because I've already dissolved the rust with navel jelly, and then I converted it, but I just wanted to use the Seal all inside there. So I ended up just doing it over again, and I repainted and then reprimed. And that's what I did today. I did all the windows, did the Seal last night, then I reprimed just now. It's been like 45 minutes. Half of it's dry, half of it's not. This half that's in the sun now is starting to dry. What else happened today? Oh yeah. So you remember I painted these walls white? Well, my theory was that I'll have the same exact color, same exact brand, Rust-Oleum, my arch nemesis, in the same exact color, so when I want to go around like little areas and touch it up, I'll just hit it with the spray can. Bad idea. Hit it with the spray can, and from right there to right there to right there, obviously all the harder areas where I wanted to use a spray can and just dust up a little bit, the color matched beautifully. About 3 minutes later, it turned into straight wrinkles. It took the original paint right off the walls. Even though it's been days since it's been painted, it was fully dry. It doesn't matter, those paints don't mix. Yeah, they just don't mix. it just bubbled the paint right off the wall. You might think like, oh, it doesn't look that bad. That's because that's where a lot of this came from, this paint. I went back over it with paint thinner, took everything back off all around this area, all around that area with paint thinner. I scraped all the paint off, and then I painted it again with the original paint that was in the gallon and threw the spray can in the freaking bin, and just not touching that. Don't know why it didn't work. I'm not sure if it's the paint that didn't mix or the drying time to reapply the second coat was too soon. Don't know, don't care. Not even thinking about it anymore. I just hate Rust-Oleum paint, and I'm just thankful that this is done. The shell is done. It's like this thing will never rust, and I'm ready to start insulating the floor and furring stripping the floor and then framing out the walls. So that's going to be this week. Today I also did, hard for me to get over there, it's still wet. Right here is not that bad. I also did this area. So I started doing this area. This is all like, what I did was stripped it down with paint remover, and then got all the dirt and all that stuff out of here. And then I lined it with like a rubberized bed liner coating. That's like 3 coats. I'm gonna kill one more can on it when that fully dries, and then have that. And then I'm gonna put the hardwood floors on the steps, and then do a little trim, and then put the light back in, and that'll look nice. But the whole walls will be rubberized with, you know, some other little trim and decorations as I build it. But yeah, I just rubberized that whole inside thing because that's gonna be where I come in with like wet shoes and things like that. So I was just sealed everything. I sanded it all down, sealed everything, made sure the rust was converted in the bottom corners by where the doors open, where the hinges, there was rust. So I core sealed that. And then after that was all like sparkly clean, I rubberized it, and I used like 2 cans of rubberized coating on there. So it's pretty thick. And then I'm gonna put hardwood floors for the steps. But yeah, so that was today's progress. So everything's done, and it's ready to start getting framed, insulated on the floors and framed. The reason I'm making this video now is because I'm hanging out waiting for this to dry, this primer. And then once this primer dries, I'm gonna roll it out with the white, and then I'm going home. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna get rid of that white. There's like 3/4 of a gallon in there. That's enough to do the floor. So I'm just gonna finally roll this floor out white, and then not come back here for about 3 days. And hopefully when I come back, it'll be dry. And then when I come back, it will be with the 1x3s to do the floors and stud out the walls, and also the insulation and the plywood. So it'll be probably within the next video or 2, this will be finished. This will be insulated, plywooded, framed, insulated, sheathed. That will be done within the next trip or 2 that I'm here, probably next 2 trips. Knowing me, I'll probably forget something or have to run back to the store and be lazy and just start it another day. But this is 9 days. I mean, this is real 9 days. Like, not like you know, just making 9 videos. This is not every single day that I come here and do something, I upload a video. So if this is video 9, that is 9 days since I got the bus. So not really that bad for 9 days. I mean, to me, it feels like it's taking way too long, but it's only 9 days. I feel like I should have been done with this like 5 days ago, but it's just so much work. And just when you're gonna do this and you get to this point, and just buy all the right things immediately. Get all your paint trays, your paint brushes, your scrapers to scrape caulk with your razor blades, your caulk gun, your caulk, your primer. Primer is super important on this job. You can't really buy too much primer. I mean, whether you use it on the floors, the walls, the ceiling, the roof, the outside, the bumpers. It doesn't matter. You cannot buy too much primer when you're building a skoolie, which is what I found out. I go to the store for primer like 4 times already. Every time I'm there, I get more primer. So yeah, I'm still gonna need more. When I paint the outside of the bus, I'm gonna have to go get like 2 or 3 gallons of primer. So yeah, and that's about it. I mean, I'm getting there. I'm gonna try to paint this door white before I leave. I just primed the top part of it. You can see it's gray or grayish green. I ran out of primer last time, and I got more at the store, so I finished that. It's dry right now, so I'm about to end this video and paint that door white. And then, yeah, the next time you see a video, we'll be carrying wood in. So that's it.